East Point, Georgia, morning of January 2nd, 2023, at approximately 10:35. The Georgia State Patrol, working alongside the East Point Police Department, moved in to arrest 19-year-old Matthew Gaskins, who was behind the wheel of a stolen Jeep Grand Cherokee. Gaskins was no stranger to law enforcement, already wanted on multiple felony warrants and under investigation by several agencies. At just 19, his criminal record stretched across the Atlanta area.
Get out of the car! Get out! Get out!
As officers approached to serve the warrants, the suspect suddenly bolted, driving into the backyard of a residence. Police forced the Jeep into a tree in an attempt to end the chase, but Gaskins stubbornly pressed the accelerator, recklessly pushing forward and escalating the danger.
Please turn off the vehicle and put your hands on the steering wheel. Please turn off the vehicle and put your hands on the steering wheel. Please turn off the vehicle.
Officers then executed a pit maneuver, sending the vehicle crashing into a gas station lot, leaving it heavily damaged. Yet the suspect still refused to give up. Only after a final decisive strike forced the Jeep into a utility pole, bringing it to a complete stop, did the pursuit come to an end. Matthew Gaskins was quickly taken into custody on the spot, closing out a dangerous chase that fortunately ended without injuries. At 19, he could have been building a future. Instead, his choices have led him straight into a prison cell. Oklahoma City, on August 18th, 2025 at 1 o'clock in the morning. While on patrol, police observed a vehicle making a turn without signaling near Highland Drive. The driver was identified as Donald Ray, 62, When the emergency lights activated, instead of stopping, he drove recklessly, running a stop sign and speeding at 65 miles per hour through a quiet residential neighborhood. A seemingly minor violation quickly became the start of a heart-pounding, dangerous night.
HR 72 near along West Street.
TBI. Okay, he's taking back off. Trying TBI, we're westbound on 23rd Street. He's driving down the side of the road now. We're going to go back into the neighborhood. Southbound, North Carolina. Picking up speed, still in traffic. Westbound.
Charger.
Charger right now, westbound, coming up to Highland. He's going to go with 3 yield sign, no traffic. Breaking in Armada.
The officers executed the first pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to spin and crash into a residential yard. Just when it seemed the pursuit would end there, Ray stubbornly accelerated and continued fleeing. He even drove onto the sidewalk, a reckless move that put the neighborhood at risk.
40, still westbound. Speed's about 60. Still in traffic. Yes, it is. Speed's about 60. Intersections. We're slowing down. We're going to get southbound on that. We're at the stop sign. 20th Street. Go back westbound. Speed's about 50, no traffic.
Come out to Lodge.
Through Albany, slowing down from the intersection to the stop sign. We're been up and Albany. One male, black male, blue shirt. Still no traffic. Coming up to 23rd again. Speed limit 60. Braking at 23rd. It's going to go straight. Another TBI.
A second pit maneuver finally ended the chase. The vehicle spun and slammed into a fence, coming to a complete stop. As police approached, a female passenger, visibly shaken, stated that she had been caught up in the chase and that Ray had thrown a firearm out of the window while fleeing. No weapon was recovered, but methamphetamine was found in his possession. Ray was immediately arrested and faces multiple charges: reckless endangerment while fleeing, leaving the scene of an accident, and possession of controlled substances. Records indicate he had a prior conviction in 2016 for smuggling contraband into a correctional facility. Georgia, early morning of January 24th, 2021. On Interstate 85, a white Ford Mustang was racing at more than 100 miles per hour in a zone limited to 70. When officers activated their emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop, the driver initially appeared to comply. But within seconds, she slammed the accelerator, turning the highway into a deadly racetrack.
Still in the emergency lane, right at 100 miles an hour.
Clear emergency lane, 100 miles an hour, Mustang GT.
It's passing the 48 now, passing the 48.
Simple.
I believe it's a Georgia tag, Edward John Queen, 736.
The Mustang weaved dangerously through traffic, at times nearly colliding with other vehicles. Every passing moment placed innocent lives at risk.
Hit. Into the wall, turn it around.
Into the wall.
Stand by. Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! I got a female at gunpoint. Let me see your hands! Don't get out! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands. Don't move. Do not move. You understand me? Are you injured? Are you injured? Yes or no? What's injured? I still got her at gunpoint. Please. I need some backup. Got several lanes blocked. I don't want to get hit right here. Let me see your hands. Are you by yourself? Why did you run? You did run. Why? Let me see your hands. Take your seatbelt off. Take your seatbelt off. Can you step out? Yes or no? Is anybody else in the car with you?
Deputies were forced to end the chase with a pit maneuver, sending the car spinning sideways into the barrier before coming to a complete stop. Officers quickly approached and discovered the driver showing clear signs of intoxication. Strong odor of alcohol, bloodshot eyes, and slurred, incoherent speech. One reckless decision under the influence had thrown an entire roadway into chaos. The suspect was identified as Martha Hendrickson. She now faces multiple charges, including driving under the influence, speeding, reckless driving, failure to maintain lane, and fleeing from law enforcement. After a blood test at the hospital, Hendrickson was booked into the Coweta County Jail. Gwinnett County, Georgia, February 7th, 2022, around 1:45 in the afternoon. What began as a simple traffic stop quickly escalated into a high-speed chase on Interstate 85.
It's 06, 08, 2000. You said Georgia?
Yes.
Is your vehicle?
Yes. It's my mom's.
Okay, all right. You can have a seat. I'll come back and talk to you, okay?
All right.
You can sit in the car. You can sit in your car. It's cold out here.
During routine patrol, deputies clocked a dark Chevrolet Malibu traveling at 91 miles per hour in a 70 mile per hour zone. When the vehicle was stopped, the driver, a woman, appeared cooperative and identified herself as Corey Anna Lewis. However, once the system check was completed, the photo on record did not match the person behind the wheel. As a supervising officer arrived on scene, the woman suddenly floored the accelerator, swerving dangerously across multiple crowded lanes. The Malibu surged past 130 miles per hour, using the emergency lane and running red lights, each turn becoming a deadly trap for unsuspecting drivers.
What's the vehicle description of the Jason?
It's gonna be a black Chevy Malibu, like a 2017 model.
You know your license number?
Yeah, 06
106
1147. What's the charges?
We'll see.
Let's eat.
660.
Yeah.
What? Did it? I've been a ticket.
And they recently got suspended. It ain't like you've been suspended.
It just,
You ain't gotta serve them.
he worked me.
Deputies executed a pit maneuver, forcing the vehicle onto the shoulder as smoke poured from its front end. The suspect was quickly taken into custody. Authorities later confirmed her true identity before transporting her to a hospital for evaluation, and then to the Gwinnett County Jail.
You want to be checked out? You want EMS to come check you out?
A blue Ford Mustang without a license plate caught the attention of Jacksonville police as it sped down Highway 67 at 116 miles per hour. What began as a simple traffic stop quickly escalated into a dangerous pursuit. The car raced onto I-40 West, weaving through heavy traffic. At such high speeds, even the slightest collision could have turned catastrophic. But waiting ahead, 2 patrol units were ready to cut it off.
Correction, we're 40 westbound, approaching 30.
Yes, okay, you should go to P-West, please.
What's that big tell you? I haven't heard anything.
Credit Union is part of my community. They're helping my neighbors, and they help me. Hurricane Creek Federal Credit Union is the only credit union dedicated solely to Saline County. Join today at Hurricane Creek. Hurricane Creek is by NCUA.
Probably 40 left down the church. I know, Rocky Glacier.
With Confederate Railroad.
What yesterday, that's back 1064.
As the Mustang reached mile marker 154, officers closed in and performed a pit maneuver, sending the vehicle into a spin. The driver tried to regain control, but another trooper delivered the decisive move, forcing the car to the roadside and completely disabling it. The suspect was swiftly pulled from the car and handcuffed on the spot. He now faces multiple charges, including fleeing, reckless driving, and operating a vehicle without a license plate. One reckless decision turned him from just a driver into a criminal on the highway. Georgia, May 31st, 2022. The Haralson County Sheriff's Office attempted to stop a green Honda without a license plate on I-20. The driver, identified as Lenny Davis Brown, refused to comply and accelerated past 100 miles per hour, swerving dangerously and nearly causing multiple collisions. Brown sped past tractor trailers and pickup trucks, even using the emergency lane to evade capture. One wrong move could have turned the interstate into a scene of devastation. Near mile marker 18, officers seized an opening and executed a pit maneuver. The car veered off to the shoulder and came to a halt, smoke rising from its hood. However, Brown immediately abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot into a nearby neighborhood. A K-9 unit was deployed, and though he briefly slipped away just over an hour later, officers located him near a gas station. He tried to run again, but this time, he didn't escape.
Ready,
10-4, 1080 pit, 1080 pit, start EMS, 1018.
Forward status.
Lenny Davis Brown was handcuffed and transported to the Carroll County Jail. He now faces multiple charges, including fleeing, reckless driving, no license plate, and resisting law enforcement. A man who had repeatedly challenged the law finally paid the price for his recklessness. Columbia County, Arkansas. While patrolling northbound on Highway 79, police noticed the driver of a Nissan Xterra was not wearing a seatbelt. When officers signaled to stop, the vehicle suddenly accelerated and fled. A seemingly minor violation turned into a high-speed, dangerous pursuit. The vehicle sped over 90 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone, continued running stop signs, and recklessly swerved into oncoming lanes around curves. Each turn could have turned into a tragedy, yet the suspect kept pressing the gas as if challenging death itself. As the car left the city limits, it accelerated to over 100 miles per hour. While police closed in, the driver rolled down the window and said she wanted to say goodbye to her daughter, a moment full of irony. For immediately after those words, she floored the gas again, ignoring all commands to stop. The chase ended when the vehicle lost control and crashed into a tree. The driver, identified as Stephanie McLeod, jumped out and resisted fiercely as officers approached. She seemed determined not to be taken into custody, even when all escape routes were blocked.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! No!
I don't know exactly where. Hey.
Turn on your traffic. You need an ambulance?
You're right there, 13, I
After several minutes of struggle, the suspect was subdued, handcuffed, and returned to the patrol car. On the way, she continuously screamed and banged on the doors, forcing officers to transfer her to a vehicle with a secure compartment. An ambulance transported McLeod to the hospital for a health check before she was booked into Columbia County Jail. Upon searching the Nissan Xterra, police recovered a syringe containing a suspicious liquid for testing. A tense pursuit that began over a seatbelt violation ended with a series of serious charges awaiting Stephanie McLeod. Portland, Oregon. On April 24, 2024, federal investigators executed a search warrant at the home of Travis J. Grigla, 44, a registered sex offender. During the investigation, they discovered a hidden mobile phone containing critical evidence of illegal possession and distribution of child exploitation images. Travis was escorted outside and seated in the passenger seat of a Homeland Security SUV, not handcuffed. But in a sudden moment of defiance, he locked the door, jumped into the driver's seat, and sped off. A brief lapse turned the search operation into a high-speed nightmare on the highway.
Officers deployed stop sticks during the pursuit, but the first attempt failed as the suspect managed to evade them.
More cars on the median shoulder.
Pursuit quickly escalated. Clackamas County deputies chased the SUV as Travis drove at speeds reaching 120 miles per hour. Stop sticks were deployed multiple times, but he recklessly swerved to avoid them. Each escape turned the roadway ahead into a deadly gamble for all other motorists.
48. Verify exit 48.
Where do you mean?
As he approached a highway exit, Travis attempted to maneuver away to escape. At that moment, the front left tire went flat. Seizing the opportunity, officers executed a pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to lose control, hit the roadside, and roll over. Even after the rollover, Travis tried to crawl out, but he was immediately restrained. He sustained only minor scrapes on his arms, legs, and shoulders, and was transported to a hospital for evaluation before being taken to jail. Travis J. Greigla now faces federal charges for the possession and distribution of child exploitation images. A single reckless act turned the suspect into a desperate fugitive, ending with the inevitable handcuffs. Pulaski County, Arkansas, June 1st, 2025. While on patrol, deputies spotted a gray Honda speeding. When they initiated a traffic stop, the driver was identified as Lemonte Thompson. He refused to cooperate, declining to provide paperwork. In a split second, Thompson slammed the accelerator, turning a routine stop into the start of a pursuit.
Adam 19, we're on 1037. 530 northbound at the 2. Gray Honda Accord, Roy Charles Paul, 99 frame, count on 30. Taking 30 west. Taking 30 west. We're on 18, 10, 11 action, 10, 19. That's coming up 60 minutes. Slow down for this traffic here. We'll get through this traffic. Make sure you don't think 60 on me.
The car weaved recklessly between lanes, slamming the brakes to dodge police attempts to force him off the road. Each move was like a deadly game, putting both his life and the lives of innocent drivers in jeopardy.
TBI, Scott Hamilton. Let me see your fucking hands! Show me your fucking hands! Show me your hands! Keep them up! Keep them up! Show me, stick them out the window, you dumb motherfucker! Stick them all the way out. Get your fucking head out. Roll out. Get on the fucking ground. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Near the Scott Hamilton area, officers seized the moment to act. With a decisive pit maneuver, the Honda veered off the roadway, plunged into a ditch, and came to a complete stop. Thompson and his passenger, Sharon Bryan, were immediately removed and secured. The instant the door swung open was the instant the door to Thompson's freedom shut. During the search, officers found a handgun with an extended magazine, a clear reminder of how dangerous the chase truly was. Sharon Bryan sustained minor injuries but refused medical treatment and was later released. Thompson, uninjured, was transported to the Pulaski County Detention Center, where he now faces a series of charges including fleeing, reckless driving, and weapons possession. Oklahoma. On Interstate 40, approximately 70 miles southwest of Tulsa, the Highway Patrol approached a pickup truck driven by Alexander Larman, 44 years old. Initially, Larman complied with the stop signal, but within seconds he suddenly accelerated and fled, reaching speeds of over 100 miles per hour. One reckless decision quickly turned a routine stop into a dangerous high-speed chase. Officer Jonathan Earls pursued the suspect from behind. Larman was driving under the influence, unrestrained by a seatbelt, and repeatedly made reckless maneuvers. Each turn, each lane crossing posed a catastrophic risk to innocent drivers sharing the road.
I'm at the 306, 370, allow, what do you want? How about 301?
Near Cromwell, police were forced to implement containment measures. The pickup lost control, veered off the roadway, rolled multiple times, and came to a stop. Larman was ejected from the vehicle and died at the scene. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol determined that the use of force in this situation was justified. This tragic ending underscores the fragile line between defiant choices and the chance for survival. Cherokee County, Georgia, evening of November 26, 2023. While on patrol, Officer Nicholas Guerra spotted a silver Hyundai speeding at 75 miles per hour in a zone limited to 40. It was the same vehicle that had previously fled from Cherokee deputies, a repeat offender once again choosing to defy the law on crowded streets. The driver, identified as Demetrius Xavier Rumpf, born in 1988, immediately accelerated when emergency lights and sirens were activated, weaving recklessly through traffic. Each sharp turn was not only a violation of the law, but also a blatant disregard for the lives of innocent motorists.
Coming up to the right. For 139.
At an intersection, the suspect rammed into a patrol car before abandoning the vehicle and attempting to flee on foot. Within seconds, officers had him in custody, ending the chaotic pursuit. Rumpf was transported to the Cherokee County Jail, where he now faces a series of serious charges. Seattle, Washington. In the early hours of Saturday, a desperate escape attempt on the Ship Canal Bridge ended in tragedy. At approximately 1:48 a.m., a patrol officer spotted a vehicle without license plates speeding along I-5 near the bridge. As the officer moved in, the driver refused to slow down and instead attempted to flee. Just seconds later, the vehicle triggered a chain reaction crash involving 3 other cars. Despite losing its right front tire and sustaining heavy damage, the suspect recklessly pushed the car forward until it came to a stop on the bridge railing.
Person.
453 Seattle, attempting to stop the vehicle. He's in and out of traffic. He just collided with a vehicle and he's crashing out. 453 Seattle, North 5, north of Lakeview. emergency traffic. He's just before Ship Canal. 453 Seattle, I'm in pursuit, pitting the vehicle.
453, pitting the vehicle, 325.
Step out of the vehicle! Hey! Get out! Get out! Good! Put your hands up now! Put your hands up! Stay right there! Do you understand? Stay right there! Turn around! Turn around! Walk back to the sound of my voice!
453, I have one at gunpoint.
453, one at gunpoint, 326.
They're right there!
So is it accessible for 520?
Who else is in the car?
453, Seattle, I have the driver out of the vehicle. Passenger jumped over the bridge.
Good!
Verify over Ship Canal.
Stay right there, do you understand?
Suspended revoke search.
Rather than complying with arrest commands, the driver opened the door, vaulted over the barrier in an attempt to escape, only to plunge onto the roadway below, dying instantly. A passenger in the vehicle was quickly taken into custody. With the thought of escape, he marked the end of his own life. Albany, Georgia. Police received a report of a suspicious vehicle traveling on local streets. When officers approached to conduct a traffic stop, the driver refused to comply and immediately accelerated away. A single reckless decision transformed a routine traffic check into a heart-pounding high-speed chase. The pursuit quickly spread across multiple roads in the area. The vehicle sped dangerously, weaving between lanes and forcing other drivers to brake sharply to avoid collisions. Every swerve by the suspect put innocent lives at risk.
Keep us posted on this channel where you're at so we can know. Still got the vehicle. Tempo to slow down at 60 miles an hour. Still on Solver Road, North County. Step out the secondary, got that number of woods right now. Back on the road. Back on the road.
Patrol units coordinated carefully, maintaining close pursuit while waiting for the right moment to act. In situations like this, experience and composure are critical. Even a small mistake could have catastrophic consequences.
Still on top road. I did not see you. Where are you? Give me a location of where you're at then. Communications, sir. You want to come in east of that now, 8 mile, that's probably going to come out on Giggingville, and we can get somebody up that way, we make him cut him off and box him in, or at least get back on him. Let me know which way he goes on Giggingville when he gets there. Okay, so he's coming back toward us, and he's coming back toward town today.
After multiple attempts, a containment maneuver was successfully executed. The vehicle was forced to a complete stop, and the driver was swiftly removed and safely restrained. The chase concluded without any reported injuries, a safe resolution to a situation that could have ended tragically. A single moment of defiance behind the wheel sent the city into a tense scramble, serving as a stark reminder that every decision on the road can be the thin line between safety and chaos. These videos are not meant to glorify danger, but to serve as reminders of the value of safety, responsibility, and humanity. Whether as drivers, pedestrians, or simply bystanders, each of us can contribute to keeping the streets peaceful. True safety only comes when everyone respects the law and places human life above all else.